I'm here today with Graham Fulford. Tell me, Graham, so the first corporate testing event was only last year?
It was in April 2019 at the annual conference of a National Train Drivers Union held in Bristol. One of our nurses went down, stayed overnight to be able to test the men during sort of lecture breaks and things. One of the attendees at the conference was so impressed with it, he went back to his brother, who was a senior manager for one of the rail network franchises, and suggested it would be a great initiative for his drivers. So yes, it was absolutely fantastic. That was word of mouth about the benefit of looking after your male workforce.
Was this something you'd wanted to move into, or did it just happen by accident?
Almost happened by accident, to be perfectly honest, but it is a wonderful opportunity, and I think workplace testing sessions are absolutely ideal. It's literally 5 minutes of the chap's time. It's not only beneficial for the man, but I think it's a good exercise in employee care for the employer.
How did you feel about this personally?
Very excited, because clearly it was just another avenue, and we saw it as a very exciting development, and very proud to be part of it.
So did you say to your colleagues, this is something really we should move into?
Because word of mouth is always best. It's best if it filters out that way, and it's continued to do so. We've now covered a building society, an insurance brokerage, a number of construction companies, and more recently, absolutely delighted to receive an approach from the in-house occupational nurse for North Wales Police.
So tell me the story behind your involvement.
Very interesting connection there, because this person is a lady in actual fact, and her husband is a phlebotomist, which in itself is quite unusual. And he attended an event as a phlebotomist in North Wales, organised by North Wales Mountains. And as a result of that, went home to his wife and said how important he thought this initiative was for men in the locality. So she took it to her boss and said, I think we should do this as a police force. And since then, we've carried out a number of testing events.
Hello, my name is Maria Hughes, and I'm the Head of Medical Services and Wellbeing for North Wales Police. We began our journey in June 2019, and since then, working in conjunction with the Graham Fulford charity, we've actually held 6 events with 579 bloods expertly taken, and we've actually identified 15 reds. And as we know, a red result doesn't actually mean you have prostate cancer, but already we do have, unfortunately, 2 confirmed cases. We've had great support from the Chief Constable and the Police Federation to undertake these events, and moving forward we'll be having further events, the next one being in January 2021. I have an expert patient currently working with me who's actually a diagnosed patient. He's currently going through the journey of a prostate removal, but he feels very passionate that without this he would not be here today.
Are there plenty of organisations with in-house nurses?
A lot of bigger manufacturing companies might have an in-house nurse, but it's not a problem. We can easily provide nurses if they don't have.
Are there basic points that are common to all of these events?
Yes, there are. The first thing an employer needs to do is to have a suitable room that's going to be well lit and warm. If they need us to supply nurses, then they need to contact GFCT. The next stage is to get men registered through our online booking and retrieval system. We will work around companies' work schedules so that we can, for example, take samples during tea breaks or lunch breaks or before or after shifts. If staff don't have access to the internet, then if they telephone the office, we can talk them through the process and we can actually do it for them. I can operate any mix and match policy so that, for example, if the employer says we'll meet 50% of the cost and we'd like the employee to, then that can be arranged.
How can I find out all the answers to my questions?
If you click on the attached link, you will see a full manual on all aspects of testing, whether it be corporate or events or home testing kits.
Is there anyone in particular I can speak to?
In the first instance, you're probably best to speak to Susan on 01926 419959. Failing that, John or Wendy will, I'm sure, be very happy to help you.
And there's an email address?
info@psatests.org.uk.
Well, Graham, thanks so much for that. And everything you need to know is all on the website.